What's up, everybody? Let's do a quick box truck pressure washing box truck build update, since two of my favorite channels are doing their build processes this spring. That'd be Powerful Improvements and Mike's Pressure Washing, the Fresh Rinse, as he calls himself. They're doing their own little series, so I figured I'd keep mine going throughout this build. So as you know, I got this box truck a couple weeks ago. It came lettered. I took the letters off, did that at the firehouse, got some funny pictures because my crew decided to help me out and leave some letters up there. So I ripped out all the shelves that were up here. There was a whole shelving unit here, old toolbox, ripped it all out. There was half a wall all the way around. It had a bunch of holes in it. Took that all out, replaced it with new wood all the way up this time. That way, if I bump, these walls are aluminum. You can easily put a hole in those, so I don't really want to deal with dents and holes. So I covered everything with wood and then I painted it. Today I am covering this plank floor with plywood, and the reason I'm doing that is because of these seams. So there's multiple seams. There's several seams all the way across the floor, and it's an old truck and I don't know how tight those seams are. So being that there are spills involved in pressure washing sometimes, I don't want to have an accidental spilling sodium hypochlorite and it seeping through these seams if they're not sealed up properly, and then getting on the underbody of my truck and causing things to rust. So I'm going to put in a new floor. It'll have 3 seams, and I can seal those 3 seams up. I can seal up all the way around the outside of it and put a drain. I plan on putting a drain up at the front. That way, if anything does spill, I can rinse this out, and the only place water can go is out the back or to the front where the drains will be off to the side, so anything going out isn't going all over the bottom of the truck. So that's the plan. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm just gonna get this floor in. I plan on epoxying the floor. Actually, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with the floor yet. If you got suggestions as to what to do with my floor, go ahead and give me those suggestions in the comments. My trailer, I'll show you my trailer. It's held up really, really good. I used, it's a polyaspartic part polyurea. But as you can see, all of this is rusted like to shit. This is 2 years old. This is very rusted. These actually snapped off on my last job. This whole thing has to be rebuilt. I can tip it all the way over. So that actually has to be rebuilt. So everything that was covered by the epoxy is fine. But anywhere that wasn't is not fine. So I'm not going to have this box truck epoxied by the company that did this trailer, because it was like $1,200 and I have a lot of other expenses going into this truck. So I'm either going to epoxy it myself, maybe like a Rhino-Liner or some Armor Seal paint. I have no idea yet, but that's where we're at. As soon as I get this floor in and painted, I am going to pick up my tank, start building this thing out, start making equipment purchases, ordering a machine, hose rails, hoses. There's gonna be a lot that's going into this. I got 3 months and then the season's gonna be kicking off, and hopefully I'll be hiring a tech, and hopefully we'll be doing double the revenue we did last year. So stay tuned, and I'll keep updating this build as I go. Since I already got you on here, I figured I'd show you the finished product of the floor. It just got done and it looks pretty good. So I will caulk around the edges, and then I'll have this seam and that seam. Put a drain over here, then I can rinse water out the back or out the drain over here.